Fructose will go and inhibit leptin. And again, I'm using some terms here. Leptin is a hormone produced by the fat in our bodies. So if you've got plenty of leptin on, plenty of fat on board, the body produces leptin and it says don't eat. Fructose breaks that pathway. So it actually that's at a hypothalamic level inside the brain, and actually, so therefore fructose will make you hungry. It will also stimulate a hormone called ghrelin, which is secreted by the stomach, which is the one which actually gives you that rumbling stomach. When you're hungry, you'll get, oh, I've got a rumbly stomach. It's triggered all through the vagus nerve. And as a result of that, you then feel hungry. So fructose, wherever it comes from, will drive certain behaviors. Number one, it will make you hungry. Number two, it'll make you lethargic because of its alcohol. 3, it will make you agitated by the uric acid because your blood pressure will go up. You get a bit excited in that situation. And third, and then finally, it'll actually have this whole effect via the fat metabolism and fat storage. Richard Johnson is a nephrologist who studied this significantly, the role of uric acid in hibernation. And he'll actually look at, as an animal in hibernation, and I'm summarizing a lot of Richard's work here in a short bit, so apologies, Richard, if you ever hear this. In hibernation, as you get towards the end of hibernation, you've burnt out in your fat stores, the body starts breaking down protein. One of those side effects is uric acid. Uric acid goes up, and then actually it starts agitating, and then you wake up out of hibernation. Fructose in fruit, which is the natural source. The natural source of fructose is fruit and honey. Fruit in nature will drive behavior, and you can see that in the animal kingdom. Here in Australia, we've got opossums, which will literally come and strip a fruit tree bare 2 days before you actually want to eat it. And they can't possibly eat that amount of fruit. But they do. They literally gorge themselves on it because they're getting fat. But it's the fructose and the uric acid which is actually driving that pathway to actually continue on. And so animals in the wild will just eat fruit until they can't eat anymore, or they strip the tree bare, but it's a survival mechanism. Now, we as humans go down through the same pathway. So it's a very addictive pathway. It's actually, it's talked about that it stimulates dopamine in the addiction center of the brain, a place called the nucleus accumbens. It's just fascinating to watch. Like sugar's 50% fructose, 50% glucose. Fruit, depending on the different forms, will have varying amounts of fructose and glucose, but it's roughly 50-50. Honey is about 55 to 45% glucose. That's why honey's sweeter than fruit. And high fructose corn syrup is in that same vicinity of 55-45. If you want to eat it, that's fine. However, you should understand that it's going to drive behavior and it's going to have side effects. And if you want to eat fructose, understand you should be having it seasonally.